Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasser Elrufai, claims that two opposition candidates own banks and as such have access to the new Naira notes as per a report via Daily Post Nigeria. Really? They have two banks. What are those presidential candidates he's talking about? And more, come to think of it, saying the executive governor is Elrufai really executive? Well, according to the position, but I don't think personally with what he just did by countering the verdict or the policy or the broadcast of the president. But some people are of the opinion that the Supreme Court verdict is more than that of the president. I think that the president had to shift ground and to do some adjustment. And some people are saying if really Elrufai is not satisfied with that, they are in the same party, so they should know how to talk to themselves. But that being said, this is a different thing, allegation that is bringing up entirely. This is coming following President Muhammadu Buhari's order for the old 1,500 naira notes to stop being used as illegal tender. Elrufai made these statements during a live broadcast to the residents of Kaduna State, stating, "Indeed, two of the presidential candidates and a running mate of the opposition parties own or have preferred access to some of the licensed banks. For that reason, and by various clandestine arrangements, these politicians have access to hundreds of millions of the new notes." He also claimed that the policy has not in any way affected those targeted, but rather it is affecting the ordinary citizens. Ordinary citizens and small and medium scale businesses across the country. So it is affecting the ordinary man, and you are this bitter and you are so angry about his Elrufai. Southern Kaduna people have been crying, you have never come out like this. You have never been so aggressive or so angry to the lives of the people that have been taken by these bandits. No, you have never done that. So it is not affecting you, and it is affecting ordinary citizens and small and medium scale businesses across the country. We hear you. The two presidential candidates and one running mate, they have banks and they have access to this new naira notes. Like seriously, he should have told us, because this is how he's always creating panic, creating, try to instigate people against each other. The other time he told us about a cabas that, but he was not ready to tell or name the cabas. At the end of the day, some of their erukus, all these their social media warriors or their campaign teams, they started telling us, oh, it could be this, it could be this, it could be that. I don't think up till now he has been able to mention those cabals. At some point again, he came out and told us that he would like to mention their preferred candidates. Okay. Again, he came out and tell us about the coup that the president himself is planning to have. This man is making sense. Nonsense. Which sense is he making when ASU are on strike? Where is he, or where will see now that they have touched him? Is now using the poor masses to cry, claiming he's fighting for them. Let him go arrest. This policy was announced a long time ago. If people did not change their monies into new notes, should that stop people from owning banks, especially if they owned their banks long before the mooting of this policy? I wonder, those people, did they just open their banks, if at all? Because if we want to look it from the other angle, did they just open their bank, or does it mean even if they have banks, does it mean there's no specific amount that a CBN will be giving to them, or he wants to tell us that those people are printing money on their own? Because to me it makes no sense. Because if they get the new money, the way and how they are going to be disbursing that money will still be known by the CBN. Well, which sense is he making? He is acting as a drowning man looking for something to hold. It has affected you also, because the billions of dollars you have stashed in your personal safe vault, you have not been able to change it to the new Naira notes. Sure, that is why he's crying. As sitting governor, it won't be difficult for him to change money if actually he's hiding money. Who told you? You think it's as easy as that? You think the so-called bank managers just give dollar to money like that? How many banks does Emilio can have? you know all his assets. If it does not affect you, then stop complaining. No one made you senior advocates of the masses, Erufai. During the devastating floods, what concern did you show for the masses? Your hoarded funds for election will become useless. It is affecting his plans for the election already. Erufai loved Nigerian citizens so much. My advice for you is to go and own your own bank so that you can have access to the new Naira notes and be changing for your people. Okay, it doesn't have. Mention their names, and if it's easy, why don't you and your fellow conspirators establish your own banks? He cannot do that. You are confused, Erufai. You that cannot obey your president, face your front. What is your problem or business if they have banks? As Antivinubu did not even own any bank, go on. I almost thought much that Erufai knew much about Ashiwaju, but he knows little or nothing, or is even pretending. This man is fighting for his deep greed and of his boss, the bullion van. Nobody is above the law. Erufai has been trying to put the nation on fire since all these days. There was a time he talked about a body bag. That statement has not really been reviewed because he believes that he has immunity. If a southern governor has acted like him, he would have been in the facilities of the first terrorist group you and Nigeria, DSS. Nigeria and Nigerians should watch him and Fani Kayode very well. Don't even mind him. He is just even looking for a way to bring innocent citizens to in order to get sympathy. Say Baba, during COVID, this man was among the governors that stashed away food items in warehouses without recourse to masses feeding because of it wasn't affected. Hence, as they released army to shoot innocent protesters, it supported federal government and SG's his son at time I was making lots of statements online. Now he's out of favor with the so-called villa. He wants us to support him. Ogbeni, be calming down. We shall surely see on the election day. Shikena Lubaton. So guys, let's say your opinion and have a take on this.